Really, I don't know that you came here to hear us.
Can I tell you one thing before we go on? No, but this guy, Elliot Court, is here, who was at the first thing I ever did as an author ever.
Wow.
Like Blue Valley North High School in
Northwest, yeah.
Northwest High School. In Shawnee Mission, Kansas, where were we? I don't even remember.
Well, you're alarmingly close.
Okay, so, and there were like 3.5 people there, one of whom was my wife, and I was just thinking about how amused he must be by the idea that there is a bobblehead. Alright, and the last thing we want to do before we start the proper show is say a huge thank you to Politics and Prose, this amazing... be signing other people's books, we encourage you to purchase a lot of other people's books, as well as purchasing a lot of all of ours. All of them. If you don't have all of mine, you have all of John's, buy all of mine. If you have all of mine, don't have all of John's, buy all of John's, etc. It's all that's in this here. The way to support the bookstore for having events like this is to purchase the books. By us. No, also others. Alright, so... as promised, it's warm in here, which is why I wore the shorts. Is it warm? I didn't notice.
Uh-oh. Can't hear you.
Loud.
Okay. I'm sorry, the story girl did not raise her hand. I am counting on her. Just hold your hand up if I can't hear you. Okay. All right. Doing our best. Kind of a long room. So one thing though is that if you can hear us, do the people who are behind you a favor and don't talk. Okay, that'll work. This is gonna go great. We wrote this book, Will Grayson, Will Grayson. How many of you have already read it? Okay, how many of you are lying? She was waiting until she heard it from our lips before she read it. Alright, so we don't really have to set the scene too much, except to say this is from one of John's chapters. A lot has just happened. John's Will has sort of a crush on this girl Jane. He has left a note in her locker, coded it with her locker combination, but she thinks it's from another guy. So they're outside in Chicago having this conversation. Is there anything else I need to know? No, we gotta read loud. Alright, we're gonna read loud because I'm Jane.
Thank you.
Perhaps when you were reading the book, you did not imagine that Jane sounded like this. What she does? Sort of a Tarzan reference. I have an idea, I say. I can feel her looking at me, and I cinch the hood of my coat. My ears feel cold, like burning. And she says, what's the idea? The idea is that for 10 minutes we forget that we have feelings, and we forget about protecting ourselves or other people, and we just say the truth for 10 minutes. And then we can go back to being lame. I like the idea, she says. But you have to start. I push my coat sleeve back and look at my watch. 10:42. Ready? I ask. She nods. I look at my watch again. Okay, and go. I like you, and I didn't know whether I liked you until I thought of you at that concert with some other guy, but now I do know, and I realize that makes me a bitch squealer, but yeah, I like you. I think you're great and very cute, and by cute I mean beautiful, but I don't want to say beautiful because it's cliche, but you are, and I don't even mind that you're a complete music snob. It's not snobbery, it's good taste. I used to date this boy, and I knew he was going to be at the concert, and I wanted to go with you partly because I knew Randall would be there, but then I wanted to go even without you because I knew he would be there, and then he saw me while NDC was playing a brief overview of time travel paradoxes, and he was screaming in my ear about how he had an epiphany, and now he knows that we're supposed to be together. And I was like, I don't think so. And he quoted the E. Cummings poem about how
are a better faith than wisdom. And then it turns out that he had MDC dedicate a song to me, which was the kind of thing that he would never have done before. And I feel like I deserve someone who consistently likes me, which you kind of don't, and I don't know.
What song?
Annus Mirabilis. He's the only person who knows my locker combination, and he had them dedicate it to my locker combination, which is just, I mean, I don't know. That's just, yeah.
Even though these are the minutes of truth, I don't tell her about the song. I can't. It's too embarrassing. The thing is, coming from your ex-boyfriend, that's sweet, and coming from the guy who wouldn't kiss you in your orange Volvo, it's just weird and possibly even mean. She's right that she deserves someone consistent, and maybe I can't be that. Nonetheless, I shred the guy. I hate guys who quote poetry to girls, since we're being honest. Also, wisdom is a far better faith than the vast majority of kisses. Wisdom is certainly a better faith than kissing douches who only read poetry so they can use it to get in girls' pants.
Oh my. She says. That's my line. Honest Will and regular Will are so fascinatingly different.
To tell you the truth, I just prefer your average run-of-the-mill, everyday jackass with his glass-eyed, slack-jawed obliviousness to the guys who try to hijack my cool by reading poetry and listening to halfway good music. I worked hard for my cool. I got my ass kicked in middle school for my cool. I came by this shit honestly.
Well, you don't even know him.
And I don't need to, I answer. Look, you're right. Maybe I don't like you the way someone should like you. I don't like you in the call you and read you a poem every night before you go to bed way. I'm crazy, okay? Sometimes I think like, God, she's so hot and smart and kind of pretentious, but that pretentiousness just makes me kind of want her. And then other times I think it's an amazingly bad idea that dating you would be like a series of unnecessary root canals with occasional makeout sessions. Because I think both, and it doesn't matter because I'm your plan B, and maybe I'm your plan B because I feel that way, and maybe I feel that way because I'm your plan B, but regardless, it means you're supposed to be with Randall, and I'm supposed to be in my natural state of self-imposed hookup exile.
So different.
She says again.
Can you be like this permanently?
Probably not, I say.
How many minutes do we have?
4, I say. And then we're kissing. I will. Good. I lean in this time and she doesn't turn away. It's cold and our lips are dry, nose is a little wet, forehead sweaty beneath wool hats. I can't even touch her face even though I want to because I'm wearing gloves. But God, when her lips come apart, everything turns warm and her sugar-sweet breath is in my mouth and I probably taste like hot dogs, but I don't care. She kisses like a sweet devouring, and I don't know where to touch her because I want everything. I want to touch her knees and her hips and her stomach and her back and everything, but we're encased in all these clothes, so we're just like two marshmallows bumping against each other. And she smiles at me while still kissing because she knows how ridiculous it is too.
Better than wisdom?
She asks, her nose touching my cheek. Tight race, I say, and I smile back as I pull her tighter to me. I've never known before what it feels like to want someone. Not to want to hook up with them or whatever, but to want them, to want them. And now I do. So maybe I do believe in epiphanies. She pulls away from me just long enough to say,
What's my last name?
I have no idea. Wait,
Turner. It's Turner.
I slip in one last peck, and then she sits up properly, although her gloved hand still rests against my jacketed waist.
See, we don't even know each other. I have to find out if I believe in epiphanies.
I can't believe his name is Randall. He doesn't go to Evanston, does he?
No, he goes to Latin. We met at a poetry slam.
Of course you did! My God, I can picture the slimy bastard. He's tall and shaggy-haired and he plays a sport, soccer probably, but he pretends like he doesn't like it, even though he does like it. He pretends like all he likes is poetry and music and you, and he thinks you're a poem and he tells you so, and he's slathered in confidence and probably body spray. She laughs, shaking her head.
Water polo.
Oh, Jesus, of course, water polo. Yeah, nothing says punk rock like water polo. She grabs my arm and looks at my watch.
1 minute.
You look better when your hair is pulled back, I tell her in a rush.
Really?
Yeah, otherwise you look kind of like a puppy.
Better when you stand up straight.
Time!
Bye.